Hello everybody, my name's Lynn. Welcome back to my channel, and today I have a book haul for you all. If you didn't notice, I'm back from England, and if you didn't watch my last video, which was an announcement video, I was telling you guys I was going to England for 11 days, and it was absolutely fantastic. I had so much fun. I'm not going to really talk about everywhere I went because there will be a montage of little clips of my trip for you guys coming very soon. Before I actually left, I did quite a bit of book shopping. Not that much actually now that I look at the pile, but I did do some book shopping and I felt guilty not hauling it. So let's get on with the haul. The first book I have here, well, not the first because I don't even remember what order I bought these in. This was the last book I bought actually. The first book I have here is And Then They Were None by Agatha Christie. This book I bought because I'm going to be studying it in class, and I haven't started it yet, but all my classmates have been telling me it's absolutely fantastic, and they don't even like reading. Like, one of my friends, she doesn't even like reading, and she read it, and then she reread it right away. And my other friend, he absolutely despises reading, and he read it in 2 hours. Like, it's just that good, apparently, so I'm really excited to read it. It's like a crime, mystery, murder book, and I've heard of Agatha Christie before, and I don't know, I'm just super excited to read it. I should be finishing it this month. Next book I have here is Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. This book, I read Red Queen back in January. I didn't even finish this book. I bought it and I didn't even finish it. Maybe I just didn't read long enough, but you know what? I honestly do not care. The way this series ends, this book ends, where the characters end up, I do not care. And yeah, just sorry. The next book I have here, I didn't get for myself. I got as a gift when I was in England. It is Awful Auntie by David Walliams. This is actually a British author, and okay, this is a middle grade novel, and I do not read middle grade. But my friend, who is in England, she didn't know YA was a thing. She didn't know I read it, and she was like, "Oh, I got a book for you." So we started talking about books, and I started telling her about all the books I love, and I obviously talked about the Infernal Devices. I told her about YA and the types of books I read, and she was like, "Oh, well, I bought a book for you, and I'm pretty sure that it's not, you know, up to your standards. You read more advanced things." But this is actually a really cute book. There's a whole bunch of illustrations in it. It's quite, you know, like an easy read for like little kids. I think if you were a teacher or if you have children, this would be a good book to read to them. I could probably finish this in literally one sitting because it is mostly pictures and the whole book's like double spaced. The next book I have here is Wink Poppy Midnight by April Genevieve Tuckle. I'm 99% sure, I'm 100% sure I said that name wrong, so I apologize. This is one of my most anticipated releases of the year. I saw it on Goodreads and I got super duper excited for it. And then I got it and I read it. And I'm not going to go that much into it because I'm going to talk about in my wrap up. I'm also not going to tell you what it's about because it is a mystery YA novel, sort of. It's a really weird book. It's sort of like We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. If you read that, you know what I mean. Like, the dust jacket doesn't tell you much. It barely even tells you anything. You go into it basically blind, and you know, yeah, I'm not going to say anything about it because I don't want to spoil you. If you really want to know, read the dust jacket, go on Goodreads, but you still really won't find out much about it. The next book I have here is Frontlines by Michael Grant. Two of my friends a couple years ago were obsessed with the Gone series by Michael Grant, and there's like 6 books in that series, I'm not sure, but they were literally obsessed with it like 2-3 years ago, and that really wasn't when I was into reading. I liked reading, but I wasn't really into it that much. But when I saw this Michael Grant book, I was like, I need to get it. It's a historical fiction, which if you know, you've been on BookTube for a while, they're like all the rage right now, historical fiction. But this one is really, really interesting. It's set in World War II, but women are allowed to fight, like, women are being drafted for the war. Next book here is Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. This is one of my other most anticipated books of 2016. I am super duper excited to read this, and this is kind of going around BookTube a lot, and you know what? Trust me, it's going to be the next big thing. It's going to be the next big series. When the second book comes out, it's going to blow up. I'm telling you, it's already been all over BookTube. Like, I've seen big booktubers get it for review from publishers. I actually don't know what this book's about. I don't really want to know. All I know, and I don't know if I'm actually correct on this. It is set in the Ottoman Empire era. Like, I'm really interested in the Ottoman Empire. My family's background is Turkish, so maybe that's why. But I'm super, super excited for this. Like, you don't even know. I don't know if actually it is set in the Ottoman Empire. I think it is. I'm not entirely sure if it is, but I'm pretty sure it is. And I've actually noticed in YA, because I was going through a Goodreads 2016 list, there are a couple YA books that are set in the Ottoman Empire this year. And that is really, really interesting because that's not something YA touches upon ever. So I think that's super duper interesting, and I think it's something that I know a lot about the Ottoman Empire, and I think it's a really cool dynasty, and I think more books should be set in that era. I don't know. I like it. Probably, maybe not as many people do because they don't know much about it. The next book I have here is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. First book in the Dark Artifices trilogy, and oh my god, it is so good. It is so good. It is so good. The best book I've read in 2016? Yeah, I just forgot what year we were in. I've like tabbed this because little secret here, I'm gonna confirm it right now. There will be 2 very exciting Lady Midnight videos coming up. I already have a book talk on Lady Midnight, which I will link down below. Spoiler-free section and spoilery section, so for you all. And in my wrap-up, I did talk also a lot about Lady Midnight, so I'll link that down below as well. But there will be 2 exciting Lady Midnight videos coming up. I'm not going to tell you what they are because it's a surprise, but in the next couple weeks you guys should see them. They may take a bit longer because they're not my normal videos, but I hope you guys enjoy them when you see them. I actually reread it as soon as I finished it, and I've never done that before. It's just so good, and I don't know. Actually, I have a question for you guys. Does this mean the book's signed? Do all the books have this? It's like a stamp, I think, with Cassandra Clare's thing. I don't know if it's a stamp or if it's printed on, so I'm just asking. Anyway, in my wrap-up and my book talk of Lady Midnight, I did say the next book's coming out in 2 years, but I was actually wrong. It's coming out next year in the last hours. The first book is coming out next year, 2018. I thought it was opposite, so I'm just confirming that, like correcting myself and correcting past Celine who put those videos up. And the last book I have here I don't actually have a physical copy of because it was an audiobook, and it's on my iPod, and my iPod's not here, and now it's in the other room. I got the One Direction Who We Are audiobook, which is their autobiography, and you guys are probably like, what the heck, Celine, you like One Direction? I do. I can't, I'm gonna say it now, I do like One Direction. I like them a lot, and I saw that they had an audiobook, and it was really cheap, because audiobooks are usually really expensive, okay? You know what? On iTunes, they're like, what, $25? I'm not kidding. I tried to get Queen of Shadows audiobook, $25, around that, and I saw that this one was only like $6, and I was like, whoa, I'm getting that. And I'd never listened to an audiobook before. I'm kind of like, I don't really want to listen to it because it's One Direction, I decided to give it a go, because why not? It's One Direction, and I'm in the middle of it. I'm almost done, and I'm not going to talk much about it. It'll probably be in my April wrap-up, so you can stay tuned for that. That is all for this book haul. I'm rhyming, and that's not fun because I just stopped rhyming. I thought, you know, I'd keep rhyming, and I'm not, and this is just getting really awkward, so I'm gonna stop. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't usually post a lot of book hauls because I feel like so many other booktubers do that, and if I post like book haul after book haul after book haul, it's gonna get annoying, okay? I know booktubers who just post book hauls, and you know what? I don't want to see that, and I'm guessing you guys know. If you do, sorry. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Goodbye!